My name is Brian Fisher, and I'm the manager of the Media Relations Division for the Prince George's County Police Department. Speaking with you today will be County Executive Angela Brooks, the Prince George's County, and Chief Malik Aziz. Our County Executive, Angela Brooks.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are coming before you today with pretty heavy news to really announce the very tragic death of Maylin Turks, who was a beautiful, beautiful 10-year-old member of our community. All of us are heartbroken, to say the least, offering our condolences to her family and expressing the outrage and sadness that we feel upon hearing that she was murdered by her stepfather. We're also here today, and I am joined with Chief Aziz, who will give us additional information regarding the investigation in this case, but to make the community aware of a really growing epidemic that we're seeing once again in our community around domestic violence and family-related violence, which we think is really important to point out that this is a trend that we're seeing and to talk about the resources that are available. We have long said that the saddest day we experience in our community is upon the death of a child. I also happen to think that it says a lot about the health of our community, is how we treat our children and how our children are faring. And we are finding that in this instance and in too many instances, we are seeing the death of our children in ways that really are heartbreaking and have to be stopped. So I want to hand over today the rest of this press conference to Chief Aziz, who will discuss the facts of this case. But we also want families who are hearing us today to know that we are recognizing the duress and stress and strain that is very evident in every corner of our community, as it is showing itself now through the death of our children. Chief Aziz will tell us that out of the 11 homicides that we have seen this year, 6 of them have been domestic violence related and family related. And there are, again, resources that we want everyone who is hearing us today to understand that if you are in a situation in your home or not in your home that is stressful, that is related to mental health, that is related to substance misuse, that there really are resources to help you. We have information that you can access by dialing 988, and we want people to access those resources to call and get help, to report that either you need help or someone you know needs help. This is something that we really must do to be able to not only spare our families, but most especially to keep our children safe. So I am going to hand over to Chief Aziz and want to thank the men and women of our police department who are doing a really excellent job in responding to and investigating all of these cases.
Thank you, County Executive. Appreciate you so much. Behind me, I have my team, part of it, the Bureau of Investigations, and under them, the Major Crimes Division, who is investigating this, and our Domestic Violence Unit. The Prince George's County Police Department joins you in offering our deepest condolences to the loved ones of 10-year-old Maylin Turks. Our preliminary investigation revealed her bright future was cut tragically short last night by her stepfather, 38-year-old Curtis Lynch. He then turned the gun on himself and took his own life. Before murdering Maylin, Lynch shot an adult female in the home. Her injuries are critical, but she is expected to survive. This is our 6th domestic-related murder this year. That's one more this time than last year. Here's what we know so far about what occurred in the house last night. At approximately 9:30 p.m., officers responded to the 6900 block of Stansbury Lane for a shooting. Officers located Maylin and the suspect inside of the home suffering from gunshot wounds. They were both pronounced deceased a short time later. The female victim was rushed to a hospital for emergency treatment. Just like everyone who hears this, we are wondering why. Regardless of what our investigation finds, hurting those who you love is never an answer. Malin did not deserve this. The adult female victim did not deserve this. The families that are involved did not deserve this. There is help out there. If you're experiencing domestic violence or know someone who's being abused, don't be a victim. Prince George's County offer resources that serve our communities that'll help you. They provide education and legal resources for you and your family and guide you to a better quality of life. Nobody should ever be hit or verbally abused. It's not acceptable. Being struck, being hit is not acceptable. It is illegal. Call 911. Report any violence inflicted on you or your family member to the police, 911. If you suspect someone is being abused, please call us. Call the Prince George's County Police Department, your partners in having a better quality of life. And I would also say reach out to our very vibrant and robust Family Justice Center, who offer numerous resources to help you or anyone or any family get through this, along with Kathy, which is our community advocates for family and youth. And we all work in a partnership in a team environment to stop. We would like to stop, not mitigate, not slow down or incapacitate any offenses around domestic violence or family-related violence. And as I always say, one act of violence or one homicide, one murder is too much already. And so we aim to step in as part of the intercessory into stopping these horrific and tragic acts. Our 10-year-old future bright star should be here with us now. And this shouldn't have been the case last night. With that said, I'll turn it over for a few questions if you have any. Yes. Yeah. Well, I think one is I'll say our records are saying she's 10 years old. Okay. But as always, the families are the best knowers. If someone in your family told you that, then it would be up to us to clarify the age. Right now, our records are saying 10. Well, the relationship that we believe right now is her mother. That's what we are believing right now.
The shooting suspect, was he the husband of the shooter?
Well, that I cannot confirm at this point. We're still investigating what that relationship actually is. So anything I give you on that, I would be pure speculation. I can say that they were together at some point or they lived in that residence together. But if we're going to be official and say were they husband and wife or to that extent, then I'm not ready to confirm that. We're still early into the confirmation of that.
But the suspect is the stepmom.
Yes,
of
yeah,
Jake.
that's what we're being told. Yeah.
Did you guys ever actually respond to that house before? Was there a history or a pattern of domestic violence?
Well, I can say that in a responsibility of what happens in those divisions, the Prince George's County Sheriff's Office did respond a couple of weeks ago. The nature of those calls, I'm unclear of. It was indeed in the same day 2 calls that occurred that were answered by Prince George's County Sheriff's Office. The nature of those calls, I cannot confirm.
Can you tell me just where exactly the shooting happened? Did it happen inside of the home?
Yes, it was inside the residence.
Both shootings?
Yes. We don't know that yet. We're gonna find that out and what happened. Right now, as you can imagine, if anyone would put themselves in any position of a loved one who is experiencing this, then we want to handle this with all the care and love in the world. And that means we're going to give her space to have the doctors to tend to her, for her to have self-care, to be involved in such a horrific, incident here. Then we're going to give her that space. But we're going to get to the bottom of what actually occurred. What we know now is young Malin is not with us, and she was killed by a gun in a house. And so we don't know what happened and what sequence and how that happened. We have some really, spotty details at this point. But you've heard me before. We have some of the best detectives in the nation, and they're going to find out exactly, what went down there, so we can bring some justice and some answers to the family and everyone who's involved. Well, I'm gonna try to confirm that they were in the residence. Whatever that situation was at the time, we do not know. Well, what we know now is that she was not attending a school in Prince George's County, but we're all family here in the DMV. And so there's a related, school district that's affected by it, that we believe that she was attending school there, but not inside of Prince George's County. One young person is still our family, and we're still together. Whatever school, wherever they're at, they cross these lines real easily. We're family, and that's why we call ourselves the DMV, because we're family. So what happens in one part of our region affects another part of our region. So right now we have at least 2 places that are affected across the lines by such a tragic incident. Do you have any other questions for myself or the county executive or my team? Criminal activity that would be very old, very, 2 decades old or so, or less, 15 years or so, I would say. But nothing that we can find, recently here. Outside of the district having an arrest of him a couple of weeks ago, maybe that arrest for a weapon. The circumstances surrounding that involve some kind of interaction that we know about. But again, I'm not the official person from MPD to give the details of the arrest that they made concerning a weapon that he had a couple of weeks ago. But I don't know. So I don't confirm the information for him. You'd have to get that confirmation from them.
I know it's been less than 24 hours, and I don't know if you've spoken with them at all, but if they do happen to watch this, is there any message you'd like to send?
Well, I think the best thing that I can do now, and you heard our county executive speaking, is to extend our condolences to the family. We're talking about violence. We're talking about domestic violence, family-related violence. You heard these numbers. Last year, there were 26 homicides associated with family members using a weapon or some sort to actually kill another family member. So when I talk to not just this family, but my condolences for young May Lynn, for a victim of gun violence, is that there's help, that we're here for you, that we are teammates, we are partners, we want justice. Everyone should have equity, a beautiful quality of life. It is what we are. When we say we are Prince George's proud, that should mean something here. And so the family should feel comfortable and safe, and everyone should feel safe. And when accountability is in our system, that the police department seeks to be the first responders, the first to serve, to deliver anyone who violates our traditional values of everything that is whole and good, and bring them to that first step. So the family should know that we're here for them, and we're going to be their partners throughout this, that they're going to need a lot of help and a lot of support. And that's what we do. We band together when incidents of tragedy like this happen, not even more than a tragedy. I call them, atrocities. That may be a better word, that we are here for them. And that's what I would like to say for them and anybody in the listening realm of what I'm saying now. Anything else, ma'am? Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.